You're such a nerd, Double Dragon 912. Yep, and I'm proud to be a nerd. Video games are awesome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in this world. I'm DJ Unity, also known as Double Dragon 912. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we got a top 10 video for you guys and girls. Once again, thank you so much for watching my top 10s. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, my subscribers. Thank God for y'all. I appreciate y'all. Now today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to do my top 10 video game companies / developers, I guess, of all time. Wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I did this video before, and I didn't like the way it turned out. Obviously, y'all didn't, so I'm going to do a remastered version. But without further ado, I want you guys and girls to sit back, relax, and enjoy this top 10 of my favorite video game companies / developers of all time. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in at number 10 has to be Techmo, or also known as Techmo / Koei. Wow. Now, Techmo, ladies and gentlemen, they're one of my favorite video game companies of all time because they made the hit game Techmo Super Bowl. Anybody out there that grew up in the Nintendo age, y'all know what I'm talking about. I like the Techmo Bowls, Techmo Super Bowls, also the Ninja Gaidens, although the original Ninja Gaiden will kick your tail. Oh my God, that game will kick your tail. If y'all see my top 10 hardest games of all time, y'all go watch that video. I probably have an iCard going on up there. But yeah, Techmo Bowl, Ninja Gaiden, even the current Ninja Gaiden games, although they haven't made a new Ninja Gaiden in a while, it's been a minute. Let's see, what else Techmo made? The Dynasty Warriors games. Now that's Koei, my bad, but they're technically Techmo because they're together. Man, love some Techmo, man. Techmo will always be one of my favorite games because they you know, favorite company they produced. Techmo Bowl, to me, in my opinion, still the best football game ever made. Don't get me wrong, Madden is okay, but Techmo just took it to a whole nother level. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 10 on my top 10 favorite video game companies / developers of all time is Techmo, what's now Techmo Koei. Moving right along. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 9 has to be, what is it on my list? It's going to have to be SNK. Wow. Now, SNK, to me, is like one of the best fighting game companies of all time, ladies and gentlemen. I love SNK. They made some of my best games of all time. They done made the King of the Fighter series. They done made your Metal Slugs, pretty much they answer to Contra. They done made some beat 'em ups, Burning Fight. I played that in the arcade. Mutation Nation, Robo Army, the Neo Geo in itself, ladies and gentlemen. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Oh! They used to get me crunk in the arcade. Ladies and gentlemen, SNK. If you don't know about SNK, ladies and gentlemen, y'all please get to know them. Your King of the Fighter series, your Fatal Fury series, your Samurai Showdown series, all those famous fighting games y'all done heard about, 9 times out of 10, SNK has made it. Really and truly, I wanted to put SNK further up on my list, but there's some other bankers on this list, so I had to put them right there, number 9. But I love some SNK, ladies and gentlemen. I always wanted a Neo Geo back in the day, but hey, that stuff cost you, oh my God, it was expensive. I think it was $700 at places. But I ended up getting a Neo Geo Mini, the international version. I did an unboxing and all that stuff on it. And I'm thinking about getting the Neo Geo Japanese version because I like SNK, the company, that much, man. You know, SNK, you know, they went through bankruptcy and they came back out on top, you know. And to this day, they're still making games. They made the latest King of the Fighter 15, and if you didn't know, they're about to make a new Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolf for you Mark of the Wolf fans out there. And SNK is they striving, man. I would love to see Capcom and SNK team back up. Y'all need to team back up, making the Capcom versus SNK 3. Forget Marvel, man. They acting stupid. They act like they don't want to be bothered with Capcom. Capcom, go holler at SNK. Y'all friends. Y'all team up again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, number 9, which was close, has to be SNK. Ouch. Oh, she actually dead now? Okay. So on the windscreen, so. Good job, Rob. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we down to number 8. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 8 has to be Rare. Wow. Now, Rare, ladies and gentlemen, they're a shell of their former self. Ever since Microsoft bought them, they hadn't been doing crap. They made the latest Killer Instinct, which I like. I told y'all, if y'all didn't know, I'm going to tell it again. I bought a Xbox One literally just for that one game. Killer Instinct. Don't get me wrong, I like Gears and there's maybe a couple other games I bought, but this before Microsoft started doing that craziness where they doing day and date PC games would come out on PC and Xbox. That's when I bought my Xbox One. Before all that happened, I'm letting you know that I bought that way before that happened, and there's a reason why I bought Xbox One, just to play Killer Instinct. And I got off subject again. I'm sorry, y'all, but Rare to me is a cell of their former self. But back in the day, y'all, Rare made some bangers. Rare made the Battletoads, Never Beat Was Hard in the Mud. Rare helped make, which is the better Donkey Kongs to me, Donkey Kong Country 1, Donkey Kong Country 2, and Donkey Kong Country 3. I beat Donkey Kong Country 2, never did beat 1 or 3. But the newer Donkey Kong Countries, I seen them, they don't even look nowhere near as half as good as the one that came out on Super Nintendo. Y'all can at me at that. Look at the graphics. Like, you look at Donkey Kong on Super Nintendo, it look like that ain't even supposed to be a Super Nintendo game. That's how amazing Rare knew what to do with the Super Nintendo hardware. That was amazing what they did with the Super Nintendo hardware. That was amazing. They'll sell their own form of stuff though, but they made Donkey Kong Countries, Killer Instinct, even the Super Nintendo version made Killer Instinct Arcade. That's an awesome fighting game within itself. The Battletoads series. Just those 3 franchises alone make Rare an awesome company. I had to put them on this list. I had forgot about Rare at first. Because like I said, they ain't near as good as they used to be. But hey, I can't take away what they done. Nowadays, they just selling it for myself. You know, Microsoft bought them, and I don't know. We'll see if Rare will become their old selves again. But ladies and gentlemen, coming in, ladies and gentlemen, number 8 has to be the video game company Rare. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 7 has to be Konami. Wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Konami, you know, they ain't as good as they used to be. But although Konami has been bringing out some bangers lately, but they still ain't good as they used to be. In Konami's prime, ladies and gentlemen, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all those beat 'em up games, they way better than any of these beat 'em up games we got out now. Don't get me wrong, Shredder's Revenge is pretty good. I ain't gonna take nothing away from it, but it ain't got nothing on the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade game. Teenage Mutant Turtles in Time 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 3 Manhattan Project. That's a slept-on project. Contra, up, down, left, right, BA start. Let me keep going. Castlevania, for you Castlevania fans out there. You know, I never beat a Castlevania game, but I'm shouting out for you guys. What else we got? Konami done did. I can't think. There's so many bangers. Metal Gear Solid. How could I forget about Metal Gear Solid? Love Metal Gear Solid. Hideo Kojima worked for them. Countless of beat 'em ups they made back in the day. Just the Turtle series alone. Konami, Lord Konami, I'm hype. Konami, man. And I know they also made some RPGs. I just can't think of none right now off the top of my head. But Konami, man, Konami is just that company, man. I gotta give them credit. I gotta give credit what credit due. I know a lot of you guys probably don't like Konami no more, and you know, for a while there I didn't like Konami, but I can't take away what they done in the past. And even now they still bringing out some good games. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection, I know that's their old games. Bringing out the Castlevania collection. What else they bringing out? The new Contra they making, but new Silent Hill for you Silent Hill fans. But Konami, I can't hate on them. They're a company that done some great things. I gotta give credit what credit due, man. Love me some Konami. I think I got some Konami games sitting around here somewhere. Something that Konami made, I got in my collection. I like I said, Metal Gear Solid collection. That's something they made. The Turtles collection. That's Konami all day long. To me, Konami probably the best people. One of the best people at doing beat 'em ups. Konami is. So yeah, I gotta give Konami credit. So ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 7 has to be Konami. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 6 has to be Squaresoft. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Squaresoft. Not Square Enix. Squaresoft. They Square Enix now. But I gotta give these boys credit. Although boys and girls, you know, I don't want to be leaving the ladies out. Shouts out to you ladies. That made these games back in the day. They done made some bangers. Now they make straight trash, but back in the day, they was all the chain. Final Fantasy garbage remake. We ain't gonna talk about that. I just did. My bad, y'all. But Squaresoft made some bangers back in the day. My first RPG I've ever played in my life was Final Fantasy VII. For the longest, it used to be my favorite RPG of all time. I thought it was gonna be that, but things changed. Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy, even though I didn't like the story, Final Fantasy 12. I played 13. I need to finish it. All the Final Fantasy games. You know, some of y'all like 9 and all this stuff. I still got 9. I need to play it. What else we got? RPGs. When you thought RPGs, Squaresoft was it. They was like the king of RPGs. In my opinion, they're not the king no more. Somebody else done took the crown. But I'm not going to spoil that. You know, I want y'all to go watch my top 10 favorite RPGs of all time. You can see who I think the crown of king of RPGs now. But Squaresoft was selling out banger after banger after banger after banger. When it came to RPGs, it's all about, let me get this straight, JRPGs, Squaresoft was your first thought that came to your mind. Seemed like a lot of people might try to fight me on this. That's fine. Leave your comments down in the comment section. When they became Square Enix, in my opinion, that's when they fell off hill. It went downhill after Square Enix, in my opinion. When they merged, that's when they went crazy. Well, how could I forget Chrono Trigger? Although I haven't played Chrono Trigger yet. I played it, I haven't beat it yet. I know, y'all get mad at me, that's fine. Chrono Cross. I could keep going. Y'all know the Squaresoft games. There's millions of them out there. Not millions, but you know, there's a lot of them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 6 has to be Squaresoft. Moving right along. Moving right along. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're halfway there. Thank you for sticking with me for this long. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 5 has to be Namco, ladies and gentlemen. Namco, wow. What can I say about Namco? Thanks to Namco, we got the awesome fighting game series, one of my favorite fighting game series of all time, Tekken, which is still going to this day. Wow, boy. What can I say about Namco? They call it better than Namco now, which when they merged, It wasn't a bad thing. It was a good thing. You know, I think Bandai was struggling. I don't know those specifics with that. Y'all leave comments down below what caused them to merge, but it's a good thing they merged. What we got? The Tekken series. You got they made some RPGs too. I'm trying to remember. I think it might have been, is it Suikoden or is that Konami? I don't want to misspoke because I don't know. They made some RPGs. What else Bandai Namco made? The Tales of series. Yeah, that's Bandai Namco. What else Namco made? Xenosaga. Let's see. Soul Calibur. Yeah, I could keep going. Namco did their thing, but I got to give shout out to Sega. If Sega had never made Virtua Fighter, we wouldn't have never got the awesome game that is Tekken, because Virtua Fighter was like the hottest 3D fighting game out on the market at the time. And Namco looked at them and said, wow, man, that's a hot game. We need to do something to try to compete against them. And of course that was Sega, so PlayStation was just getting on the market. So PlayStation made this arcade board, which was pretty much a Namco arcade board, which was identical to the architecture. I'm sounding all crazy. Identical to the PlayStation 1. So it was just very simple for them to port the Tekken arcade game straight to PlayStation. So Sega had their own thing. Sony went out and teamed up with Namco to make Tekken. And there you have it, folks. If it wasn't for competition, we would have never had Tekken. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's always good to have competition. Because of competition, you end up getting awesome things like Tekken. If you didn't have competition, Nintendo was still doing everything, we would never got PlayStation. But that's a whole nother video for another time, ladies and gentlemen. But Namco, ladies and gentlemen, is an awesome company. I love some of their games. I probably have a whole bunch of their games over here in my library. But yeah, Bandai Namco, keep doing your thing, ladies and gentlemen. So coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 5 has to be Namco/Bandai Namco.
Fight! You win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in, ladies and gentlemen, number 4 has to be Sony, the company. Sony PlayStation, basically. Sony. Wow. Now, Sony, ladies and gentlemen, won my heart over with the original PlayStation. Although the way I got the original PlayStation wasn't it's not a happy memory at all. But when we got PlayStation, ladies and gentlemen, I never will forget. Although PlayStation right now, they kind of messing up with all this hard drive stuff with the new PlayStation Slim and what else they doing? Someone doing some crazy, releasing games on PC. That's a whole nother story for another time. Anyway, we're talking about my top 10 favorite video game companies. And let me stop being negative about Sony. Just want y'all to know I'm pissed off at Sony at things too. But what won my heart over with Sony was the PlayStation 1. Our dad used to rent the PlayStation 1 all the time for Blockbuster. See, back in the day, in Blockbuster, you used to be able to rent whole consoles. And we used to play Tekken 2, Tekken 1. My favorite game on PlayStation, one of my favorite games on PlayStation was King of Fighters 95. I love that game. I know y'all probably say, oh, the low term Saturn is better. That's fine. I love that game on PlayStation 1. But if you didn't know, I'm going to give y'all a brief history lesson. If it wasn't for Nintendo being Nintendo, we would have never got a PlayStation. I don't know if y'all ever heard this. You probably have, but just bear with me. Sony had partnered up first with Nintendo. And they said, yeah, Nintendo, we're going to make the PlayStation Nintendo CD or whatever. Something like that. Something like that. They were going to team up with them. So, E3 came around. And, that's when they announced a new PlayStation/Nintendo console. Nintendo backed out on the deal and said, no, we're going to go with Philips. And, That pissed PlayStation off. Sony also, all right. You know, you don't. That's one thing you don't do with Japanese people. I've learned. Do not insult their honor. You insult their honor. That's a death wish. That's a death ticket. I'm telling you. But pretty much after that happened, King Kutaragi went to Sony and said, "Hey, let's do this thing on our own. You know, we already got the developers. You know, because we make music and all that stuff. So there you have it. Because Nintendo being crazy, that's how we got PlayStation. Appreciate you, Nintendo. Anyways, I digress. PlayStation, ladies and gentlemen, because of PlayStation, because of that, I got PlayStation. I used to have all type of games on PlayStation. And y'all know Sony owns some of the best studios out there. What can I say? Naughty Dog. Who else we got? Santa Monica Studios make your God of Wars. Got people that make MLB The Show. Y'all know the Sony first person studios out there. Unless y'all living under a rock. But yeah, Sony, they do their thing. They got the history. First PlayStation sold over 100 million. PlayStation 2 sold 155 million. And still the highest selling console of all time. And don't get me wrong, people trying to say Nintendo Switch is, but it ain't. It's still Sony PlayStation. PS3, you know, they fumbled out of the gate, but still sold 80 million consoles. PS4, I think 100 something. Then the PS5 is doing its thing. But man, if you don't know about Sony and the PlayStation, you must be living on a rock. They got so many bangers. You know what keeps Sony in business? Sony PlayStation in business? They games. They games. I'm telling y'all, if Microsoft was pulling out bangers like Sony was, Microsoft would not be trying to buy Activision and all that stuff. Then again, they would. It's just Microsoft. They balling. They can handle it. But yeah, man, that what keeps Sony in business. They bangers. They just bring out triple play, not triple play, but just bangers. Bangers after bangers after bangers. My whole library, mainly Sony. Been a big PlayStation fan for the longest, y'all. But yeah, coming in, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. I'm making this video too long, I'm sorry. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 4 has to be Sony.
I mean, you tipping those guys off?
And miraculously showing up alive?
Now wait a goddamn minute. Roman had a contract out on me. I needed to buy some time. All right, stupid mistake. I didn't realize they'd try and track us.
Sully, we would have been headed home with the treasure by now if you had just for once kept your mouth shut.
And you might have thought of checking for a pulse before running off and leaving me for dead. Look, none of that matters now.
All right, so how is it you're standing here breathing and all, huh?
You are not gonna believe this. Huh?
No way. Old Francis took a bullet for you.
Yeah.
I thought this kind of thing only happened in the movies.
Yeah, well, it still hurt like a son of a bitch, I'll tell you that.
I bet.
Anyway, once they realized I wasn't dead, I convinced Roman that they would never find the treasure without me. So I've been trying to mislead him ever since, waiting for you to show up.
Well, where are they now?
Well, they're chasing a little red herring I sent him on the other side of the monastery to get rid of him. Look. Drake.
Yeah, Seller's a good guy.
Out. See, that's the symbol the Spanish used to mark their secret vaults. The treasure is hidden right here in this monastery. Find the symbol,
and we find the vault.
We have everything we need right here. All the clues to take us right to the treasure. We can do this, kid.
All right, you boys aren't gonna get all chummy and leave the girl behind again, are you?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the last 3. Now, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 3 has to be Nintendo. It's a me, Mario. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my first console I ever played was the original Nintendo. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You must be living up on a rock if you haven't heard of Mario. Any gamer out there know about Mario. I'm not gonna bore you about Mario, but Nintendo pretty much. A lot of people argue with you on this, but they pretty much helped save the video game market over here. I think some people say that it wasn't Nintendo, it was something else, but I think I could be wrong. They single-handedly helped save the video game market. Even though when they did, was doing video games by themselves, they had a grip on it. And, thank God for Sega coming in and, you know, turning the tide. But Nintendo has made some bangers. Y'all know the Zelda series, although I'm not a fan of Zelda. You know, the Zelda, I just was talking about it earlier with Rare. Donkey Kong Country, some of your best games. Even the Techmo Super Bowl games, they was on Nintendo. Double Dragon, one of my favorite beat 'em ups of all time. They on Nintendo. You know, you think about Double Dragon, 9 times 10 you think about Double Dragon. Let me see what else Nintendo done did. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Fire Emblem series. Keep going all day. Pokemon, I can't stand Pokemon. This is for y'all though. Y'all know Nintendo. Nintendo is just, you think gaming, Nintendo is where it's at. Although they messed up with the Wii U, they came back around and made a switch and it just struck gold. That's Nintendo. They won't go down without a fight. So man, Nintendo got so many bangers out there. I gotta give them credit. I give credit where credit due. That were although the, what was it? I think it was the Wii or the Wii U, whatever it was. Nintendo kind of survived because they could survive off their first party studios. Their first party studios make them buku money. Y'all think Sony's first party studios make them money? Nintendo first party studios make buku money. Zelda, 20 million first day, stuff like that. What else? Zelda, any Mario game, they gonna make 10 billion. And why the Nintendo games never go down in value. They always, Nintendo just it, man. I gotta give them credit. Although Nintendo like one of the few companies nowadays that still, you know, keeping things on their system and going crazy like Sony be doing, which pisses me off. But that's another story for another time. This is a top 10 stuff that I like, not despise. I'm sorry. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 3 has to be Nintendo. I'm out completely. Well, no. You might get up.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Be like, cool, I ain't even shaking my head. I'm done.
Pizza cake.
Out of all the Punch-Outs I played, I only played this one and Mike Tyson. This is my favorite one. I still need to play the one on the Wii. I got it on the Wii, but I need to play it. Never played it before. Oh, I beat my own record. That's me, Goku. That's my other record. Okay. Piston Hurricane. Can you ride out the storm, boy? Or be calling my Hurricane Rush? Do.
Piston Hurricane.
Piston Hurricane. Let's get it. I should have called him Mr. Earl. When you catch him right when they're in front of you, you can get him pretty good.
6, 7.
He didn't want to get up. Before you even start that fancy footwork, sit down somewhere.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He might get up.
8, 9, 10.
He said, no, good, I'm done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the top 2. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 2 has to be Sega. Ladies and gentlemen, Sega Genesis, ladies and gentlemen, was it was like our second console. We got the Nintendo first, then our dad, he got us the Sega Genesis. I remember one of the first games we got on there was Tommy Lasorda baseball. Of course, Sonic the Hedgehog, it came with it. And remember Streets of Rage, the original Streets of Rage. I remember watching my, sneaking in and watching my folks beat Streets of Rage. My mom and dad, they played that together and beat Streets of Rage. That was tight. And man, Sega got so many bangers. Sonic the Hedgehog, Streets of Rage, one of my favorite beat 'em up series of all time. Shenmue, y'all know I love some Shenmue. And the 2K Sports series, NFL 2K and all that stuff. That was Sega Sports, and oh man, Sega got so many hits on top of hits on top of hits. I was kind of upset, ladies and gentlemen, Sega announced that they was gonna get out of the video game market. I mean console business. I wish they was still in the console business, man. So Sony and Microsoft could have somebody to answer to, because Sega used to bring out some bangers. If you was alive around the time when I was Genesis does what Nintendo don't. You can't do that on Nintendo. Genesis does. It does. Oh man, I destroyed that song, but yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. My 90s kids and my 90s babies, I grew up in the 90s. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Sega, boy, they made some bangers and they had some tight consoles. Sega Genesis. Now, I never did play the Master System. I can talk about what I played. Sega Genesis, Sega CD. I didn't have one of those. Sega 32X. My mom did rent that for us one time. First game she rented for us was Knuckles Chaos. Crazy looking game, but we played it. I never did have a Sega Saturn. I did have a Sega Dreamcast, though. I love the Sega Dreamcast. One of my favorite consoles of all time. To this day, I need to get me another Dreamcast. I really do need to buy me another one, because the other one I had. Anyways, y'all need to know about all that. But ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 2 has to be Sega. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my number 1 favorite video game company / developer of all time is Capcom, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Capcom, I have to give these folks credit. They're just your all-around best developer. They made countless of games, the Resident Evil games, Final Fight, one of the first beat 'em ups, Knights of the Round. I can't even think about it, because all I'm clearing my mind right now how many Capcom games is out there. Y'all know Marvel vs. Capcom, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, one of my favorite fighting games of all time. Sony, that time when Capcom was kind of struggling, y'all should have bought Capcom. Because you should have bought Capcom. Be able to, you want to compete with Microsoft, and buying companies and stuff. You should have bought Capcom. You really should have bought Capcom. When it was in dire straits, that's what you should have bought. But I understand. I get it. Sony might still buy Capcom. Capcom, like your overall best developer, it makes so many genres of games. You got your fighting games, you got your adventure games, you got your beat 'em ups, one of my favorite genres. You got your action games, you got your RPGs, Breath of Fire. I think they done tapped just about every genre of video game out there. Capcom has. If I was gonna make a fighting game to this day, if I was new on the fighting game circuit and I need somebody to help me make a fighting game, I had the money, I'm gonna go to Capcom. Although I prefer SNK fighting games better, I'll be honest with you, but I know who the best is. Capcom. By the way, if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of SNK developers, they came from Capcom. So there you have it. So Capcom produced SNK. So man, I'm telling you, Capcom just they just best overall, man. Resident Evil, like I said, Knights of the Round, Final Fight. Man, so many. Then the Capcom beat 'em up bundle they got out there. Captain Commando. What else they got? There's so many of them. There's so many Capcom games out there. I can't even name them all. What is it? Shadow. What is it? That game. Dungeons and Dragons. The beat 'em up they had. Oh man, Capcom. What? Capcom. You gotta give these boys credit. I gotta give them credit, and they still pulling out bangers. Although I don't like Street Fighter 6 on what they did to my boy Ken, that's a hit. I can keep going. This is Capcom, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know Capcom, you must be living on the rock. They got so many bangers and they ain't funny. So many franchises. If I had the money, I would buy Capcom. You know what I could do? That's just a good investment. That's how good Capcom is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to quote Bret Hart. They're the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Shouts out to Bret Hart, man, wrestling. But that about wraps up, ladies and gentlemen, for my top 10 favorite game companies / developers of all time. Leave comments below, ladies and gentlemen, of your top 10 favorite video game companies / developers of all time. We'd love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section. Thank you guys and girls for watching. Stay tuned for more great videos on the way. Double Dragon 912 signing out. Peace out. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you guys and girls can hear me. This is X-Men vs. Street Fighter. These are games that I think Capcom should put on the Capcom Fighting Game Collection. Let's see. How I'm going to do this today? I know Ken got to be in one of them. Let's do a Kuma. Let's do a Kuma and Ken. I most time I do Ryu and Ken, but let's do a Kuma and Ken this time.
Ready. Fight.
See if I can still do that combo. She keep blocking though. I'm trying to see if I can still do that combo I used to do back in the day. Can't catch her though. Oh, keep blocking. Hey, I'm trying to do this with that combo, y'all. They ain't let me do it. My timing off anyway. This ain't the best control either, so. You can. Yeah, did that.